Okay, so today we're going to do more advanced stretching for the hips. I'm going to do a number of different exercises to help mobility of the hip. People who have got arthritis in the hips or any sort of restriction there. It takes about 6 or 7 minutes to do this routine. First of all, we're going to lay down on your back and we're going to warm up the hip. So bring your foot up onto your knee and then just gently rock the knee backwards and forwards to warm up the hip joint. Spend about 30 seconds doing this. If that's easy enough, you can also increase the stretch just by using your hand to push a little bit more. And then if that's still easy, you can bring this other leg in a bit closer and then you get a little bit more of a stretch. So do that on that side, 30 seconds. I'm going to swap to the other side, same again, warm up the hip. If that's easy enough, you can go a bit deeper with the stretch. The hand, if that's easy, just bring your foot in closer, and again. 30 seconds in total. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to do the internal rotation of the hip. So you're going to put your ankle on the outside of your knee. You're going to let your knee and hip and pelvis roll to the side, okay? And then you're just going to lay down there. Depending on the restriction you have, you may only be able to get to here or here. If it's too much for your hip, just take your foot off and let it rest in that position. But if you can, just bring it all the way through. Okay, and again, 30 seconds like this. Breathing all the time. And then on the other side as well. Just let your hip roll to the side. And 30 seconds on this side. So now we're doing internal rotation, we're going to do the external rotation. Sit up for this and we do the butterfly position, so bring your feet in as close as you can. You may only be able to get out to here. If you can, just bring it in as close as you can. If you can, hold on to your feet. If not, just have it as comfortable but enough of a stretch and you can support your back and body through your arms at the back here. And then we're just going to gently rock up and down. Again, if it's painful, just do it within your normal limit, what you can do without being too much pain. Okay, so do around 30 seconds of this. We can also do a little bit more of a dynamic exercise with this, where we bring the feet out a bit further, and we're going to rock forward and come back. I'll do, say, 10 of these, backwards and forwards. And then back to the normal butterfly position to get the external rotation happening more, okay? So once you've done that, about half a minute of doing that exercise, we're going to go up and onto the knees. We're going to do the frog exercise. So we're again stretching more with the psoas here and opening the hips a bit more. So have your feet behind you. They can just be wherever they need to be. So if they need to be out here or here, just put them in a comfortable position. And the idea is we're going to rock forward and open the hips. You can see how my feet just naturally want to go out when I go forward, and then come back, and push back down into the hip a little bit, come forward, and come back. So you shouldn't feel any real pressure on like twisting in the knee. If you are, then just let your foot go into a position where it's more comfortable for you, okay? So do, say 30 seconds, backwards and forwards like so. Once you've done that, then we come up, we're going to stretch more the front of the hip, the psoas muscle. So with this, you can bring your foot forward. It's important to keep your low back straight, so we don't want to bend forward or arch back too much. Just hold your position vertical. And really the stretch is from the hip, not from the back, okay? So the easiest thing to do is just put your hand on the back of your hip, on your glute. And from there you can just gently go forward, keeping your back vertical the whole time. And again, just go to where you can go without too much discomfort or pain. A little bit is okay. Just breathe into it. So as you breathe out, you can stretch a little bit deeper, okay? You can also come out of the stretch a little bit and then go back into it a bit more as you breathe out, okay? So breathing out. So we do 30 seconds on that side. Then we swap the other side as well. Again, keeping your back straight, hand on the back of the hip, and just coming back coming forward like that, and just feeling a nice deepening in here. To make a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can also lift your arm up like so, and that will lengthen this whole side, okay? So bring it up, and then you feel a deeper stretch, right? So do 30 seconds each side. And then from there, we want to do more of the side of the hip, the gluteus medius and the TFL muscles. So we're going to stand up. So with this exercise, the easiest way to do it is against the wall. So you can put your hand against the wall or a chair just for some support. The idea is you want to put all your weight on one leg, okay? The other leg is just in front just to balance, okay? And the idea is we're going to stretch sideways like this. So you push your hip to the side at the same time that you go down. So doing against the wall like this. Okay, and you should feel a nice deep stretch here. You can push a little bit backwards or a little bit forwards depending on where you feel you need the stretch. Spend 30 seconds doing that, and then do the other side as well. All your weight on that leg. This one goes forward in front for your balance, and then you shift your weight of the hips to the left as your body goes the other way. Okay, and feel a nice stretch through here. Okay, all right, fantastic.